Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This stock today, ticker symbol DVLT, went crazy. The stock was up 13% on a day in which most AI stocks were down in the red by quite a bit. Anywhere from 5 to 10% was not uncommon to see in your portfolio. If you are following a similar strategy as I am of going out, finding these under the radar AI stocks, these hyper growth opportunities trading at a reasonable valuation. Well, DVLT now falls in that category. I have made an investment in the company just for full transparency's sake. We'll talk about that later on in today's episode. But why was the stock up about 13% today? At one point was up close to 20%. It's because this stock is flying under the radar, and there's a big rally to come. We're going to look at the technicals, the option activity today from hedge funds and institutions. Are they shorting this stock? And the most recent news developments. Do me a quick favor and hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to come trade and invest with us, check that link out down below in the description of today's episode. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Tell them hit the like button. Say like button. Like button. Say subscribe. Yep. And that link down below. Yeah, and by the way, the stock is $1.63, and in today's episode, we're also going to look at this article written on November 11th by Jeffrey Neal Johnson with MarketBeat, and why he has a $7 price target on the stock, which is about 314% upside from current levels. It says here, Wall Street analysts have set a consensus price target of $7 on Datavault AI. Now, there's a lot of second tier analysts that cover this, not a lot of, gold star analysts, if you will, like Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Cantor Fitzgerald. None of those guys cover the stock, okay? It's a lot of MarketBeat, Seeking Alpha, a lot of, I call them like second tier analysts, but they're technically still analysts nonetheless. Now, first and foremost, DVLT stock. I made the first video on this channel about this stock yesterday, so good timing there. You're just getting started, okay? This stock is up 13% today. There is no news that I can see, okay? But I think it's more about just the combination of good news recently. Okay, the company received a $150 million strategic investment that they're going to hold in Bitcoin, okay? Now, this will help fund their Quantum Web 3.0. So from my understanding, what they're doing is they're taking the $150 million in Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin, goes up, again, presumably in the future, and their holdings become, let's say, $160 million, boom, now they have $10 million of working capital to invest in the business. From my understanding, that's how it's going to work, which is a lot different than other companies. Now, just a couple of days ago, DVLT, Datavault AI, massively raised guidance, okay? They raised guidance to an expected revenue range of 30 to 60 million for this year. Great, who cares? It's all about 2026 at this point. For calendar year 2026, they projected revenue of no less than $200 million, a significant increase over its prior target of 40 to 50 million. So this company was projecting between 40 and 50 million in revenue next year. And 2-3 days ago, they just raised that to 200 million, no less than 200 million. So odds are, it comes in higher than that. And the stock is at $1.63. Its recent high was October 27th at $4.10. Now, I'll tell you as well, there was a short report that came out on the company. Go figure, right? It goes from 25 cents to $4.10. There's going to be a short report or two on any company that goes up that much that quickly, okay? That it's just going to happen. Now, the company 2 days ago came out and said, look, we're going to sue Wolfpack Research for their false and clearly misleading claims. So without getting into that whole short report too far in depth, Datavault is suing the founder of Wolfpack Research that made the report, which is a pretty strong sign that it was all false. Now, there are other recent news developments. This company has a lot going on right now, but you could see here, real world assets stands, the abbreviation for that is RWA tokenization. Datavault AI announced it is in, quote, dozens of contract negotiations worldwide to license its patented technology to RWA owners seeking to tokenize their assets. This follows a strategic partnership with Max International AG to launch the Swiss digital RWA exchange. Now, the company also recently issued a Dream Bull Draft meme coin that you can get if you own the stock. So if you own the stock today, you're going to receive this meme coin. What that does is it puts a lot of pressure on short sellers, okay? Because short sellers have to still deliver this coin, so whatever value it will be, they will have to pay that, number one. And if there's any kind of like naked shorting going on as well, then that becomes a big problem for the short sellers overall. Now, recently, they also signed a $10 million exclusive license with Silex for the tokenization of genomic and therapeutic data. So this technology is really wide-ranging, okay? Anything can be tokenized, okay? There's a lot of talks about like stocks and properties being tokenized, but this is like genomic data that's potentially going to be, you know, tokenized as well. Big application in pharmaceuticals, literally almost everything. Okay. And now it says here, Datavault AI also has a previous multi-million-dollar commitment from IBM. So that's another partner of the company is IBM. That's a well-known name. Now, if you just Google what does Datavault AI do, for anyone that is first just like literally just now hearing about this company in this video, if you have no prior knowledge of the company, it says Datavault AI provides an AI-powered ecosystem to help organizations monetize their data by turning it into a tradable asset. It does this through its 3 flagship AI agents: Data Score, which assesses data quality and compliance; Data Value, which prices data; and Datavault Bank, which converts enterprise data into structured assets on a blockchain, according to Datavault AI and IBM. The company also has a legacy acoustic science division with patented wireless sound and audio technologies. So really a multi-pronged business here, but it is basically Web 3.0, okay, built with IBM that converts enterprise data into structured tradable assets. So really tokenizing things, okay, from a like they're in talks with governments right now to tokenize data. This is the future. Now, is Datavault AI going to be the big provider of this, or is it going to be the next guy? That's the question at this point, but you're definitely heading in this tokenized direction. And I think at this point, DVLT is definitely in the running, okay? Now, the market cap of this company following today's rally is about $469 million. So the stock's trading at just a little over 2 times price to sales. For a company that is projecting to grow, what is growth of 30 to 60 million to 200 million? That's some pretty crazy numbers, right? You're talking hundreds of percents worth of growth with a lot of room for growth into the future. Trading at 2 times sales is kind of ridiculous. Ridiculously low of a valuation. Now, as far as the short position in the stock, hedge funds and institutions are short 11.27% of shares. There's currently 25.5 million shares that are sold short, and it looks like about 914,000 shares are being sold short today. Now, something else that is interesting with this company, since they did the investment for $150 million, the whole Bitcoin thing we talked about earlier, they no longer have shares authorized to be issued outstanding. So basically, there's no sign of dilution coming anytime soon, which is another compelling reason that I own the stock. Now, this article says Datavault AI's 314% upside, huge potential or Wall Street mirage. It says Wall Street analysts have set a consensus price target of $7 on Datavault AI, forecasting a 314% upside from its recent price of $1.69. For a microcap stock, such a forecast is a bold declaration that demands scrutiny. In a market captivated by artificial intelligence, Datavault AI has emerged as a high-volume, volatile name that has captured the attention of investors. This is more than random market noise. The company is undergoing a radical transformation from a legacy auto hardware firm into a pure-play, high-growth AI and data monetization enterprise. The central question is what fundamentals analysts see that could justify such an exponential rally. Now, it says entering a multi-trillion-dollar biotech market. It says in a landmark deal, Datavault AI signed a $10 million worldwide exclusive license agreement with Silex Holding Company. This partnership will use Datavault's patented technology to tokenize and monetize genomic and other biotech data. The agreement includes a non-refundable upfront license fee, providing immediate capital, and outlines potential future milestone payments of up to $2.55 billion. This move firmly establishes Datavault AI's presence in the data-rich pharmaceutical sector. It says securing restructuring revenue in the green economy. The company also secured a global technology license with Nature's Miracle Holding for its patented carbon credit tokenization system. The terms are highly favorable, including a $2 million non-refundable fee plus a 35% royalty on all gross revenue generated. For investors, this royalty model is particularly attractive as it represents a long-term, high-margin income stream tied to a rapidly expanding, sustainably and carbon credit markets. It says achieving credibility through blue chip partnerships. Reinforcing its technological legitimacy, Datavault AI operates as an internal business machine, or IWM, platinum partner, leveraging the powerful Watson X AI platform to enhance its AI agents. Furthermore, its cross-licensing agreement with NYIAX, which is built on Nasdaq's financial framework, provides the institutional-grade infrastructure needed to launch 3 new token exchanges, adding another layer of future revenue potential and market validation. It says on October 31st, short seller Wolfpack Research released a critical report creating significant downward pressure on the stock. Rather than letting the narrative fester, Datavault AI's management responded swiftly. On November 10th, the company announced it had filed a lawsuit for defamation, calling the report a malicious and self-serving attack. It says internally, the company's financials reflect an aggressive investment-focused growth phase. The going concern notice in its recent 10Q filing, a standard disclosure for a high-growth company, is mitigated by management's proven ability to secure capital. Successful financing rounds in April, May, and August of 2025 demonstrate its access to the funding needed to fuel its operations and execute its strategic plan. Now, this is funny. It says this proactive capital management provides a clear runway to achieve its ambitious revenue targets of 12 to 15 million for the second half of 2025 and 40 to 50 million for 2026. Okay, so this was before they just raised guidance again, like 2 days ago. It says from a valuation perspective, the stock's price to book is approximately 1.16, indicating that its market price is closely aligned with its net asset value on the balance sheet. This metric may appeal to value-oriented growth investors. Yeah, if that's the case, you're going to love the stock now after they just raise next year's guidance to over 200 million in revenue. That's kind of crazy. It says, for investors evaluating Datavault AI, the $7 price target represents more than analyst optimism. It reflects a credible, multifaceted growth story. The path to this valuation is paved with execution, high-value licensing agreements in the biotech and sustainability sectors, each promising significant near-term and long-term revenue. The company's strategic partnerships with industry giants such as IBM provide a layer of technological validation that sets it apart from more speculative AI plays. Management has shown it is not afraid to defend shareholder value, as evidenced by its decisive legal action against a short seller. This confidence, combined with a demonstrated ability to secure the necessary growth capital, provides a strong foundation for executing its ambitious plans. While execution remains the key variable, the foundational pieces for a potential rally are now firmly in place. For investors with a high tolerance for volatility, Datavault AI represents a compelling ground floor opportunity with a clear, credible, and strategic roadmap aimed at exponential growth. From a technical perspective, you can see here, this purple line is the 50-day moving average. Now, you found a lot of support at that level over the past 5 days now, really, as a lot of this market crash has accelerated ever since November 6th. I mean, this AI crash has been happening for a while, small caps and high growth, and literally a stock like DVLT should be at least double, like $3-4 a share right now, based on a valuation perspective, in my opinion, to have like a reasonable valuation. The stock could go up 5x from here and be trading alongside more of your well-known AI stocks, BBAI, SoundHound, Nebius. Some of those guys are typically trading at about 10 times sales. This one's trading at about 2 times sales. Okay, so there's significant upside potential as far as a valuation case, and you are seeing a lot of support coming in at this 50-day moving average. It's currently at $1.49. You want to continue to see that, and if we do get the government that reopens tonight, if we do start to get economic data that shows the economy is not as bad as feared, all hope is not lost for avoiding a recession. That's going to furthermore amplify the upside in DVLT. Now, I'm buying the company today with the expectation of I'm going to give this stock 12 to 36 months to work, okay? Unless something changes, unless there's a bunch of dilution, unless the management does some crap I really don't agree with. I don't just get in and then get right out of stocks. If you're trading this, then, you're more subject to what's going to happen in the broader markets than the company specifically. Because, 2-3 days ago with the massive guidance raise, that should have caused the stock to go up a lot more than it did, right? And it didn't. So on a short-term basis, if you're trying to trade this, you should really ask yourself, what is your thoughts around the broader markets over the next couple of days? Because stocks are selling off right now, whether there's good or bad news, it really doesn't matter if you're a small cap AI company that's in hyper growth phase. It just doesn't matter. So I think this one's worth the investment, especially at this price when its high just recently was $4.10. Now they raised, guidance, have all these partnerships, all this good news recently, and the stock's $1.61, trading at 2 times price to sales. That is very compelling to me. So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.